So I think we'll now move to the third part of our discussion. Very interesting one, and that's the role of men in gender equality. Achieving gender equality is not just a woman's priority. It should be co-partnered along with men, because at the end of the day, men are also being benefited because of gender equality. In fact, everyone benefits. On that note, His Grace Most Reverend Peter Machado, I would like to ask you, how does the Church actively engage men to be advocates and allies for gender equality?
At our archdiocesan level, we are making an effort.
Yes.
The efforts, for example, I would say that in the Women's Commission, the woman itself is going to be the important person there. Whereas in the earlier days, we used to appoint even men in charge of Women's Commission or Women's Assistance and all. And every parish priest has been told to be little more considerate and have this at the back of his mind, that the women are not only the women who come forward, but also they are capable, and therefore respect them, their knowledge, their intelligence, their organizing capacity. So at the teachers and the school level also, we have said that we have told our principals, their managers, that kindly do not downgrade the status of women to any extent. Finally, I would say I have also made an effort, and I told our priests also, educate the people in order to change the mindset. For example, the family itself. In the family, the woman has to get a role, for which the father and the siblings have to also, the brothers and sisters also have to see to it in such a way that our sister is no way perhaps affected or does suffer. It starts from there.
Yes.
So also the husband respecting the wife, so that the children who come up, they also imbibe in them the spiritual values of respecting women as such. I have a little word of advice to our women also, Priya.
Yes, please.
Because they are the fundamental ones. Perhaps it's not a platform to discuss why do the women want to have boys. Why do the mother-in-laws want to have only grandsons, not granddaughters?
That is a patriarchal mindset that even women have imbibed.
So I would say some have to fight for it and say that no, the girl child is much more resourceful for our family.
Yes.
The church also has started the 8th of December feast of Our Lady as a day of the girl child.
Yes.
That to stress, to give the importance to girl child right from their birth, to make her princess even before she can become a queen as such. So I think we are trying a little. I must admit that perhaps
I would like to say that under your leadership, Archbishop's leadership, Anup, we have 50 parishes where we have active women's cell, and our priests are very supportive. Yeah, so many more. We have another 70 parishes where we have a target to form the women's cells, and slowly they are also, encouraging women to come forward and form this committee. Because once we have the Women's Commission, then a lot of support is what the women are giving to the church, and parish priests themselves find it very beneficial, because we take care of the administrative aspects of, say, voter ID cards and health cards for our community, not just women, for also the family members. So economic empowerment of the community. So through women empowerment, the entire family as well as the corporate world and the community benefits. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And to tell about Anup, and the industry also is picking up very fast. Women wanting to go out of the house and do a job.
Yes.
Perhaps something good along. And the economic independence brings a lot of miracles.
Yes.
When a woman earns, she has got something of her own, she can assert herself. Otherwise, to consider a woman as something low and she is paid also a little low, that should not be tolerated at all.
Yes.
And so I would say in our education system, we are trying it very much. In our social and church system also, we have said that perhaps we have to open our eyes. We can't be just to say that things will go on, things will change. We have to be the first ones to change and to see that the change is affected in our families, in our peoples very specially.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that, Grace. I think it's a very candid conversation.
In fact, if I can take a cue from there, I represent Canada Entrepreneurs as the Director Mentoring.
Yes.
And 20% of our members are women.
Okay.
Yes, and they are women who have chosen to go on the path of entrepreneurship. So some of them could be running a business, a small or medium industry, but some of them could be a home baker, an insurance agent. But they support that we are able to provide them, inspire them and motivate them with some success stories, moments of failures others might have had. So there's a lot of mentorship also that's happening and is required in this space,
Yeah.
both for men and women, of
Yes.
course. And the women entrepreneurs have actually taken a lead and have become a subset group within Canada Entrepreneurs to help themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful.
I think that goes a long way in supporting the women in their careers. It's a wonderful thing that the Canada Entrepreneurs are doing. Thank you for sharing that. So Anup, coming back to you in the corporate world, could you share with us what are the support that men are providing to women as allies, as advocates?
So largely, I would say that let's look at the world where the men have reached a leadership position, and I think they have a role to mentor women to come up, work up the ladder, and reach there. Even if I look at the representation on the boards, board of directors representation way back in 2013, it was only 6% representation for women. If fast forward to 2022, that's come up close to 20%. So there's been a significant improvement, and of course there might be some corporate laws that have made us do that, but also I think men have played a role in mentoring women to come up, and that's a role that has to be played. Again, we're not too far with the concept of mentoring at home that would take place, but also to the concept of mentoring at the workplace. So mentorship is critical.
It's key.
I spoke about the sensitization workshops that have to be happening with the rest of the employees. So if leaders are going to demonstrate the right behaviors, the right respect, make sure that the policies are being implemented. So if there is deviation, they should call that out. So there is accountability of leaders to also demonstrate that behavior and also call out something that may not be going right in the organization. So that kind of ties in at both places.
Yeah. So I think another step apart from coaching and mentoring would also be sponsorship of women. So being an advocate for women in key important meetings, so that women also are able to climb up the ladder of success. So what do you think about the sponsorship for women?
I think that is it's very important for us as leaders within organizations to do that, to look at the opportunities that can be created and sponsor women. There is, I would say, a lot of leaders who believe in doing it the right way, ensuring that the women also have the right opportunity to attend workshops. It could be in the space of leadership, get exposure to the right roles of leadership. There is a lot of work also being done in the space of emotional health and wellness, which is of course a requirement for both men and women, but having specific programs for them would definitely be helpful. And as much as I think looking at the corporate world, I think even women who have reached a level of success and reached up the ladder have a role to play in helping other women.
Absolutely. Helping other women and helping other men as well. So we empower each other in that journey. So fantastic. So thank you so much, both of you. And I really want to acknowledge you. But before that, I would like to say that we've had a multifaceted discussion today on the values which are very progressive for women. We spoke about the systemic barriers which need to be eliminated and also the role of men in the journey of gender equality. The questions were designed to provoke thoughtful discussions, highlight best practices, learn from each other, and identify areas that need attention and improvement. The goal is to highlight the importance of collective efforts in sparking mindset changes and advancing gender equality in the society from different perspectives, from the community and also from the corporate world.